Paralifically McLean, we're continuing with the OW sound, the OW sound. So let's share. Let me share the screen with you. Now you will see that the OW sound, instead of it being long, it is now short. It's called the short O sound, owl, pow wow, bow. Remember when it, oh, do you have the same word B-O-W? But it was the long O sound because it's a homograph. So the O-W, B-O-W has two pronunciation, bow, bow and arrow, as an example, or bow, to bow down to someone. Allow, ow. Oh. Browse, to browse your computer. Sow, a sow. Remember S-O-W has two sounds. One sound is with the O sound, S-O-W, to sow your land, sow. S-O-W also is a homophone when it's pronounced so, S-O-W, because that's a homophone to S-O. So, like in English, somebody says so what? But S-O-W has another sound, ow, sow, which is a female pig. Clown, he's such a clown. Town, down. Foul, remember, oh, foul is a homophone. I get homographs and homophones sometimes mixed up, not in my head, because I know the difference. Graph means writing and phone means listening or speaking, right? Phone. But foul, F-O-U-L, F-O-W-L. Exact same pronunciation because the O-W and the O-U can have more than one sound. That's why you can have homophones and homographs in English, because a particular letter or particular diphthong has more than one sound. So foul, O-U-L, means something that smells bad or something that isn't right. This is foul. Something's wrong here. This is foul. Or there's a foul smell in the air. The air smells bad. The air doesn't smell right. Now you can also have foul, O-W, which is birds. I think like parakeets and chicken and ducks, foul. Cow, moo, moo, a cow. British English, now this is British English when it means argument. In American English, no. It's only pronounced row. But in British and in English, when it's an argument, it's a row. Howl. Vowel. Now. It's not so exaggerated. I'm exaggerating it to make the point, but it's now. It's not now, it's now. Coward. Dowdy. Chowder. Vow, to make a vow when you get married, you make a vow to remain married until you die. Oh, well, we know that doesn't work. Jowl, to live cheek to jowl, that's an expression, to live cheek to jowl is to be so close to each other that there's no space. Brow, frown, it's what you do with your mouth, like, you're frowning. You're showing your displeasure on your face. Crowd. Shower, something you do every day or most days. maybe for some days. How, very important word in English. How do you do this? Or how did you do this? Power. Powder. Power is what you have in order to control other people. Powder is like a white substance, and it's in a container, and the container has holes in it, and you go like this, something like a short salt shaker. Bowel. It's in your body. Growl. Our dog growl. He's letting you know he's not pleased, and he's giving you warning. Crown. That's what a king or queen wears to show that they're different from everyone else, that they are superior, your highness, your grace, whatever. Dower, the dower mother. Thou. Now, this is not O-W. Now we're looking at O-U. Same pronunciation, ow, thousand. Shout out. Ouch. You shout out, ouch. That's hard to say. Shout out, ouch. Louse. Mouse. Mouse is the singular. This is an irregular noun. It's the singular. The plural is mice. Mouse rhymes with house. The plural for mouse is mice, but the plural for house is houses. But it's an irregular noun. Sour. Cloud. O-U now. You cannot spell, you cannot just say, well, since it's the same sound, I can put an O-W. No, you can't. No. The person wouldn't recognize the word. Plow, to plow your land. That's how the British spell it. Fountain. The American spell it is P-L-O-W. P-L-O-W, I think. Fountain. Bout. House. Mouse. Remember, houses. Foul. Owl. It smells badly. It smells badly. Or something just isn't right. This is foul. Pouting, what a child does when they're angry with their mouth. They let you know that they're angry. They pout. South, the opposite of north. Noun, in grammar, the name of a person, place, thing, or idea. Clout, if you have clout, you have power. You have power. So therefore, you can use that clout in order to get what you want and or in order to do what you want. Souse. Wound. Now, once again, if I didn't just saw that word in isolation, I wouldn't know how to pronounce it. I wouldn't know whether the pronunciation was wound, like you wound a clock, wound, or if it was wound, to be wounded, to be hurt. But because I know this is the short O sound, and that's the ow sound, no problem. Bound. Thy, thou, thou. You don't use that. I don't know what part of the English speaking world still, one part, there is one part. When you're in church, in the Bible, they use thou. That's how a lot of English speakers learn the word thou. If they are Christians, they learn through the Bible, because in the Bible, they use thou. It used to be that just like Spanish, just like a lot of the Latin-based languages, and I'm pretty sure other languages, there used to be two ways to say to say you. Just like in French, tu, in vous, in Spanish, usted or tu. One was formal and one was informal. Thou, I know everybody thinks that was the formal. No, that was the informal. And you was the formal. Eventually, the idea of expressing in language a word that meant superiority versus inferiority eventually died. I think it first died in the United States. You might hear it sometimes in the rural areas of either, let's say, of England or maybe Ireland or Scotland, and maybe in the United States, maybe. But the most times you hear it is in the Bible, if you're a Christian. And once again, the owl, pow, wow. So we're looking at the OW, the different sounds of the OW. Now here you basically are looking at the owl, the short sound of either the OW or the OU. But the OW and OU does not always have the same sound. And the OW mostly is either the O sound or the owl sound. The OU has many, no, that's not true. No. They both have they have many more other pronunciations. Not as prominent maybe, but there are many other pronunciations. So Coralla Ficklin McLean, welcome.com, WYLCOME. Share my videos, especially if you are an ESL teacher and you want to understand why do we have homophones or homographs? Because one of your students might say, well, how is that possible? You can't just say, well, that's just the language. That's just how it is. That's not the answer. The answer is that all vowels, some consonants, and some diphthongs have more than one pronunciation. And then you give them examples. And the more your reputation, especially if you're studying, teaching abroad, and you want to stay abroad and you want to live off of your teaching, the more you are able to explain, the more your reputation grows. The more your reputation grows, maybe you even have schools calling you and saying, can you teach it in our school and name your price? Because the more you know, the more people are willing to pay you for your services. That's one of the main reasons I'm doing this, for ESL teachers more than for ESL students. So a teacher can teach the student correctly. And I'm also doing this for ELA. So somewhere within the ELA curriculum, you can have the students understand their reasons why the language that they speak as a native language can sometimes be so confusing. Coralla Ficklin McLean, WYLCOME.com, welcome.com. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to say, thank you very much. Please share my video. Thank you.